with season 2 of Game of Thrones. I think that is a good way to start.
Mate.
We are recording this on Sunday, but we will be dropping it on Wednesdays, but there will be season 1, episode 1 of Game of Thrones dropped out, so you will have that reaction.
Season 1 of episode 1.
Season 2 of episode 1. Season 2 of episode 1 is already going to be dropped for you guys, and that will be available. You can watch that. There'll be a link in the description box down below. Also, we have recorded the second episode, so we will be talking about some of those subjects. So it's kind of spoilers, but kind of not, because you've probably watched it already.
For most of you, if not all of you. I'm the only one that hasn't seen anything.
It will go over Jack's opinion after he's watched it. But you guys will still be able to see the original reaction. It will just be out in a bit of time. So obviously we had the end.
Dying at that last episode, man.
Right, but we'll before we get on to episode 2, right, I want to go over episode 1, because that's what the guys would have most likely watched straight away.
Yeah,
so before we do get on to episode 2, I want to go on to episode 1. So obviously we had the climax of Ned getting his head chopped off, and obviously all that, Daenerys having the dragons, being stranded in the desert.
Yep.
That was where everything left off. And then when we come into episode 1, it was quite quickly introduced where we had Joffrey with Sansa and the Fall. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah.
And then the force feeding of the wine. Yeah, so obviously you got clear cut that Joffrey's still
a job, and then after the execution of the bastards.
That's episode 2, so that's coming up. Yeah, that happens as well. Yeah, man. Yeah, he's just proven to be an absolute...
He really is, man. He really is. A great actor.
Yeah.
Fantastic actor. Like, he portrayed it so well.
100%. I am actually quite upset he doesn't act more. I think he should act more.
Like, the fact that everyone's hating on him for the character says that he portrayed it in such a way that he became the person who he was acting as.
Yeah, if you're maybe making me able to hate you that much, then
Yeah.
you've done your role well. Do you know what I mean? 100%. He doesn't get enough praise.
No one hated Thanos that much, for Christ's sake. Like, come on.
No one hated a certain other character that much. Well, no, they did. We'll find out about that later. Obviously, the other thing with it is in that scene, Tyrion comes back. Tyrion comes back. Oh, motherfucking G.
Hey. Top Donny Tyrion.
Top Donny. So he comes back with the Stone Crows as the Hand of the King, but no one knows at the moment.
No one knows.
Obviously, he's first getting back, and he's got to go to the council. So he's got Bronn with him, and when he enters in the council, and he just...
Mate, I'm sorry, but him and Bronn are just like the two people you don't want to meet ever.
I do. I want to drink with them.
You want to drink with them, but you just don't want to
piss
them off.
You want to meet them in a friendly style, not against as an enemy.
I want to quaff some mead with them.
Quaff some mead.
Anyone know where to get mead from?
That'd be... I bet you there are quite a few places.
There's got to be a couple of places in England that sell mead.
Yeah, definitely.
Surely.
Yeah, so that's in episode 1, as well as we have Jon, and we're first seeing Jon and the Night's Watch north of the wall.
Yeah.
Which is quite cool as well.
Yeah, they found...
They're in Craster's Keep.
Yes.
So in episode 1, we're not introduced to Sam seeing the girl straight away. Yep. We are just introduced to Castra and the girls.
And you get an idea of obviously what he's doing.
Yeah, he's absolute dickhead. But you also get knowledge that he's saying that Mance Rayder is trying to say that he's king of north of the wall and rally all the tribes together and make a wildling army. Now, it also was said, but I don't know if you picked it up, Mance Rayder was previously a man of the Night's Watch. So he was a man of the Night's Watch who defected and went over to, obviously when he was probably out patrolling in the north, he probably enjoyed it and he decided to become the wildling style. But he's now trying to become a king, and that's why all the sort of clans are burning their villages and clumping together because they're planning something. But what is it? You know. So yeah, that's quite interesting. So we're going to see what happens there.
Mate, honestly, I never thought I'd actually like Game of Thrones at all. I avoided the hype.
He was a fool. He was a fool. I'd been telling him for years.
It's funny. It's well done, and there is some great.
So good. It's
great
so
scenes.
funny.
Great scenery.
They're really, yeah. There's some great scenery.
I really do. It's great views, man.
Yeah. Obviously, in the first episode as well, we have Arya with the Man of the Night's Watch.
Yeah.
And obviously getting introduced to Hot Pie. We find out Gendry's going to be going on the walk with them, so on and so forth. And like, I think that might have been the episode before, but obviously we see them on the road together.
Yeah, they're on the road, they're moving, obviously.
They're moving. And then obviously, yeah, we get into, I can't really remember too much else from episode 1 other than those key points.
I mean, episode 2 though.
Episode 2, obviously it's more recent in our mind as well.
Mate, I'm sorry, but the way he pulled up on the knights.
So when the gold cloaks pulled up on Arya, Gendry and the Night's Watch camp, and he's just there, like, pulls the little, like, pocket knife right up in between his crotch, and it's just like, I can nick this artery, and that's all I would need to do. There's no one here to unnick it. Like,
take this, we need good steel.
Takes the fucking sword as well.
Sword taken.
So obviously in that episode and in that scene, or in those scenes with Arya and Gendry, we find out that Gendry's obviously figured it out. Which is interesting, but we also now, everyone in the camp knows that they're after the Gendry.
Yeah.
Which is a big thing, Jack. Like, you gotta think, like, if you were able to point out Gendry or secure Gendry, you would get free. Like any of those men there would happily hand him over.
Yeah.
For a chance of being free.
For a bag of gold.
Yeah, just a chance of being free. Not even a bag of gold. Or what? I don't have to go to the Night's Watch. I can sleep with women. I can have a life. Gendry, I'm sorry. You're going. Like, you're just going. Like,
would you sacrifice one of the boys if it meant that
no, not one of the boys, but if I got onto a bus and I was sitting next to someone and I started chatting to him, and then a bunch of men come on and it was a prison bus and they said you can send that inmate to death and get off the bus, and I'd only been chatting for 10-20 minutes, I would debate doing it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Who would not sit there and think, there's a criminal, we're all doing something bad, hence why we're going up to the wall. We've all done something bad, right?
Do I have to walk back myself, or do I get on the bus on the way home?
You just get off the bus. The bus goes off, you two both get off the bus, they take him into another car, fuck off, the bus fucks off, and you can walk and find your way back. I am happy with that. In those times, 90% I'm doing it. Now times 50-50, there's a moral high ground. Like, there's a moral high ground in today's society. But back then, questionable.
Back then, bruv, I would have done it.
I would just
hate the cold.
It's just questionable. It's just questionable. Who's ever going to know that I've done that? Nowadays, everyone's going to know I've done that.
Exactly.
Like,
right.
Absolutely insane.
God.
And then, like you said, also Joffrey killing the bastards, all the bastards.
Like that scene where he just grabs the baby out of her hand and oh god.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
And then the conversation between
Littlefinger
and the hot woman.
You think that
he's being so kind at the start.
He's understanding because they've got this connection, and then he just turns around and goes, "I will sell you."
Literally, I'll do more than sell you. I will like.
And the way he put it as well was just like, I know someone
I couldn't make her happy.
Stupid amounts of money. I couldn't make her happy, but this man said that he'd pay a stupid amount
to make her happy. But I don't think
he ever did it.
Yeah. But she made him happy. Like, just absolutely insane. But we also got Tyrion and Varys having a little conversation, and also Varys finding out about Shay.
Yeah,
yeah.
She should have been there.
She shouldn't be there.
Varys and Tyrion now going off and on. Varys is quite a good character.
Do you like him? Yeah?
I like the way
that
he kind of plays off with everyone. Him and Littlefinger have got that good thing.
Yeah.
Now he's got something with Tyrion.
Yeah.
He's just quite good, but I still don't trust him as far as I can throw his sack.
His ball sack, you funny fucker.
I genuinely just don't trust him. I just don't trust
him. No,
him.
you can't trust him at all. But I think it is a really nice aspect. Like, it was a nice little scene.
Yeah.
And it also showed Tyrion going, look, I'm not Ned Stark. Like I will fight dirty. Like I understand that I am an honourable person, but when we get into this type of game, like if I ever got into politics or anyone gets into politics, I understand you gotta play it at the game. It's like YouTube. Every corporation or every single type of thing you that you go into will have a game and will have rules how it's played. And yeah, you can go against those, but you're going to be at such a big disadvantage. You just got to play the game with the rules that are in the game and play it the best you can. And people got to stoop to certain levels, and that is what I liked. It showed that Tyrion was really willing to like just go, look, if you threaten me, I will threaten you, and like I will actually go through with my threats, and you won't see it coming. Like it will be big, you know?
And then obviously with Sam, when they're peeling the potatoes, and he was just like, "Oh, we used to wrestle, and what you do when you'd rather wrestle."
Yeah, that's
and
it.
He's just there like,
how many times did you wrestle? I don't know, as much as we could. Like,
and then he finds a woman and he just looks at her. And
oh God. So, what do you think about Sam and Gilly? Gilly is her name. Gilly. Do you think Sam's just thinking with his dick?
Sam's obviously thinking with his dick because he's now in a place where there's only one person and 15 women. Everyone's been told to stay away, and he's probably in the back of his mind going, "Well, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just peeling potatoes.
I'm good guy Sam.
I'm big man Sam. I'm all good." But honestly, I feel like Sam's going to do something stupid. But now also, what's his name knows that he's...
So, Craster took the baby out to the forest.
He took the baby out to the forest,
yes,
and then he was seen,
and now he's been knocked out. Yeah. But then at the same time, what has he seen? What has Jon seen? And also, are they going to believe Jon? What can Craster say? Craster's knocked him out. What can he say?
Right, but it's like the first scene when Game of Thrones starts. The guy sees the Walker and then knows what he's on about.
Well, that's
he
because
knows that there's something out
there. Because in the stories, White Walkers are in the stories. They're told as stories, so it's like myth.
Yeah.
So it's like myth, but it's told. But they so what it is like in those times. So what it is you had the first men.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have. Let me get because we're on a bit of podcast. I can actually give you a bit more
right
information about this. So on the land Westeros. Okay, you had the first men, you had the children of the forest, okay, and then basically what happened was we had those two people, on the island, and then I believe the Targaryens, I think it was just the Targaryens, it might have been other people, basically come from Essos, where Daenerys is, over and started making kingdoms. Okay, it was the Targaryens. They come over and they basically make kingdoms. But the first men had their own kingdoms within Westeros.
Right.
Okay. No, actually, that come after. I've ruined it. Sorry. The first men were on Westeros. Right. And you had the children of the forest. You don't really know those yet. And then basically, they apparently made, these are the theories, they apparently made the White Walkers, you know, and then basically that was the war. So that's what the stories is being told, and they believe it was real back then.
Yeah.
You know, but obviously
Ned's seen a White Walker, right?
No.
Who
It was the guy who got his head chopped
Yeah,
off.
no. But Ned knows about the White Walkers and that.
No, it's just when the guy said. So what happened was in the first episode, the guy said about the White Walkers. Ned chopped his head off, and then I think it was one of the sons was speaking to Ned, right? And he said, but the White Walkers aren't real. And he said something like, they've apparently been dead for hundreds of thousands of years.
Yeah.
And you said, but he knows something. That's where you've got it from. So it's
yeah,
more of an inkling. So it's not that he 100% knows, but he is one of the ones who doesn't necessarily think that it's 100% a myth. So like you saying, like we know as viewers, because we're seeing the White Walkers from episode 1 and now obviously in episode 2 of things, that the White Walkers are real, but you've got to understand that in the world these people don't
it's
think
like us
it's
seeing
real.
Jesus Christ now.
Exactly, that's what it is to them. So obviously the thing with it is John obviously is a bit more real for the people in the Night's Watch because they've seen a dead man walk.
Yeah.
So now they're a bit like, it's again like now
know.
you would see is someone who made water into wine. You would now go, wait, Jesus might be real. You would start following him around and start seeing what he was doing. Do you know what I mean? So they're getting curious about it. But obviously John would say, I saw him like hand his kid over to a White Walker, and Craster could go, what are you fucking talking about? And it's then John's word against his, and John's the one saying some crazy mythological thing. That's the thing. So I am interested to see what you think happens, but just keep in mind that Craster could say anything. You know what I mean? That's why he's knocked him out. So he could just come up with any story, and now Craster's also said what he wanted to first.
It's just going to be like one of these things where you think that he's going to say something and then they either cuts off and goes, or at that time where they're talking about it, he's going to pop up and kill someone else.
Yeah.
So it all depends really. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be exciting.
Yeah. And then obviously we had Daenerys in episode 1 stuck in the desert. Yeah. And she sent her
She sent 4 riders off north, south, east, and west. And then obviously episode 2, the rider that she was.
I would say was like the main
rider. Came back. I can't
remember his name, but he was the one who whipped her brother and got him round the neck and got him on the floor.
He was the lead in
season 1, and he was the lead in Scorpio.
That was it, Scorpio.
Yeah. But in this series, he was
back,
the.
And his horse has come back painted. Was it painted before?
No, it wasn't painted.
No,
I think that was his blood. Yeah. I don't think it was paint.
Oh,
makes sense because it was all red.
Yeah. Okay, that does make sense.
Yeah, and I think
so they decapitated him and then they cut his ponytail off as well, didn't they?
Yeah, but so the big thing. So the cutting of the table.
Yeah, I know the symbolisation of the ponytail.
What's that?
Because it's like if you have one, you cut it off if you lose battle.
Yeah, and then the head being chopped off. The issue with that is that they couldn't burn his body, so he couldn't go to the ancestors. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much how did the episode end? Ooh,
him getting knocked out.
Yeah. So, what do you think is going to happen in episode 3?
I generally hope that Sam gets his end away. Tyrion has some fun and Joffrey has a heart attack.
We forgot.
Go on.
Tyrion and Bronn kicking Sir. Remember the captain of the guard?
Oh, what? Yeah.
We've missed so much. Sir Meryn.
Yeah, they get rid of him.
Was it Sir Meryn? Is it Sir Meryn? I don't think it's Sir Meryn.
Because Tyrion doesn't like the fact that he's ordered the.
So the guy who was in charge of the Gold Cloaks, who basically betrayed Ned Stark. Tyrion and Bronn have basically kicked him out, sent him up to the wall. That's where he's got to go. But it's not Castle Black where Jon and that is. It's Eastwatch. So the wall's very long. Think of like Castle Black in the centre and Eastwatch over there. Over in the east. So he's got to go up there, and then obviously Bronn becoming captain of the King's Guard. Yeah. And then obviously we've got in episode 1 of season 2, Stannis is introduced, and the flaming bitch. So remember the beach.
I don't like
the beach. So we'll start off with the beach where they've got the do you know those 7 figures?
Yeah.
Right. They were the 7 gods of the 7 pointed stars,
yeah.
which is the religion of Westeros, and she is obviously the priestess of the Lord of Light.
Yeah.
Which is another religion, and basically they were burning the 7 gods to sacrifice their old religion for the new religion, so on and so forth. So obviously we're introduced with Stannis, and then no,
I don't like the red hair bitch. I don't like her.
No, who is the guy with the 2 missing fingers? Sir the Onion Knights has the son. We're talking to the pirates in the last episode.
Yeah. We know who he is.
No, I can't not remember his name.
You are currently not remembering his name now. It's alright. Google is our friend.
I'm so upset with myself.
But yeah, so that was an interesting one. He's now got the pirates and 30 ships involved, so I'm looking forward to that.
Right,
sort
but
of
before
battle
that,
scene.
you obviously have them on the beach.
Yeah.
You have the guy with the missing fingers in his hand, yeah. The name will come to me at some point. You have the old man talking to him, saying that the priest is a bad thing, and then it cuts to them at the table, and they're having a wine, and obviously,
she didn't die from the poison.
She didn't die from the poison, but he did.
Yeah, so it kind of makes me think,
Yeah, she's a bit.
And now she's got the other geezer to plough her on the table,
and now she's got Stannis to plough her on the table
because he's a fucking simp.
Stannis definitely ain't no simp. Stannis.
But all she's done is whisper in her ear, I can give you a son, even though it's not guaranteed.
I don't think you realise how much a son is valuable in those times.
Yeah, I know it is. I know, but obviously I'm thinking about now is, this bird has basically kissed him on the back of the neck, breathed down his neck, and he's just gone, I think you
guys should let us know. I think you guys should definitely let us know if he's a simp or not, because he thinks Stannis Baratheon's a simp.
Bro, she's just whispered in her ear, like in his ear, I can give you a son. That's like someone doing a sexy chocolate advert.
I don't think it was the whisper in the ear. I think it was the fucking way she looked, Jack. Have you seen his wife? Have you seen her? And also, she's saying that she can give you a son. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Again, we're not talking about today.
Yeah, I know.
We're talking about then.
Yeah,
and it's a show, and also he's a royal, and he needs an heir. This other... How many fucking wives did Henry take to get an heir?
Yeah, but if he's smart,
If we go through our history, I am telling you now, there will be name after name after name after name of successful generals who have gotten rid of a wife because they haven't given them a male heir.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, that's what we're talking in that thing. He ain't no simp.
But none of them.
Would you say any of them have
survived?
Right, but would you say that the man's a simp for going for him?
I just think that he could have held off a little bit longer. Because she's got motive, it's clear motive.
Because there's no way you would have held off.
It's clear motive, I just don't like her. I don't like her.
You would have had her on that table eating that pussy out.
I would not. I have strength. Thank you very much.
That's exactly what you would have been doing. Just no. And you would have.
What, like a pedigree chum advert?
Yeah.
No.
She is sus though.
Yeah, she's sus. I don't like her. I don't trust her. No.
But what do you think of Stannis then? Do you think he's a simp? Do you not like him? What do you think of the character?
I need to see him a bit more in action to see why I'm.
Yeah, to see why
I need to see more. Because right now he's just standing around the table waffling.
Yeah.
Playing on some bird.
So.
I need to see more.
Okay. But he is technically the true rightful heir.
Yes, this is very true. I want to see how he goes. I want to see how he acts and how he takes on the next few episodes. See what he does. Because he could just piss it all up the wall. I've done it before. Not in the right true heir, but...
You have. So with that in mind, with Stannis, so we want to find out what do you think is going to happen with Jon? That's the main question. What do you think is going to happen with Jon? Do you think there's going to be any movement in the capital?
I want there to be, but at the same time, I'm not sure. I want to see more of it because
obviously the risks we've got in, so I'd say the sort of things that you need to sort of look for is, I say with me and you, we're supporting Tyrion. From some of the vibe you're sort of getting. So the problem that we've got in the capital is obviously how Tyrion is going to deal with his sister and how that political situation. Obviously, yeah, we have Cersei and Tyrion having their situation, and then just seeing how he's going to be able to be handled the king will be interesting, and handling Joffrey. What do you think? Is there any big things you think Joffrey's going to do?
Yeah, Joffrey's going to do a couple of big things, I reckon, but at the same time, I want Tyrion just to be able to slap Joffrey down. No,
just
not happening.
Yeah. How bad do you feel for Sansa? Do you think she's been left out a little bit, or?
I think Sansa's understood now that he's gone behind her back.
Yeah.
Because he's king, he doesn't care. He's got power. Yeah. You're now stuck. You're fucked.
Yeah.
And obviously, what's his name? Guy that stopped her from pushing him off the ledge.
The Hound. Yes.
Yeah, like he's obviously seen. He knows, like, okay, she just watched their old man get beheaded, and now she thinks she wants.
Even Tyrion, like when Tyrion came back, he was like, "I'm sorry for your father," and Joffrey was like, "He was a traitor," and Tyrion was like, "But he was her father."
Yeah, and even then, when she said about the traitor thing, you see the look like, you don't mean that. Yeah. I know you don't.
Yeah, that's it.
So I'm hoping.
And even the Hound saved her in that same scene.
Yeah,
obviously
the Hound stopped her from pushing him over.
No, so in episode that was in episode 9 of season 1, but in this one, when the jester, you know, the fat knight, she goes, "Oh, you can't," and he snaps her, goes, "What do you mean I can't? I'm the king." You know, and she comes up with that funny line of, "Oh, it's bad to kill someone on your name day," obviously the birthday. Yeah. And then the Hound's like, "Oh no, that is true." He knows it's not. The Hound has definitely killed someone on his birthday.
The Hound has probably done it.
The Hound has killed many a people on his birthday. For sure. So
I'm just fully looking forward to the rest of the series.
So good. We have so much to go.
Definitely,
so many more things. We'll probably be recording